short for Stormtrooper?
The First Order was created against the will and the outcome of the galactic civil war in the unknown regions of space, eventually creating a new mass of soldiers and fleets, which would of course become a brand new empire. But just as this new empire is different from its predecessor, the Stormtroopers are as well, and realistically, in some ways, they are the most terrifying part of the First Order. Stormtroopers of the old empire were decent enough soldiers, but for the most part they were a simple solution for creating a truly massive empire. And this was because the empire utilized mostly routine, recruiting soldiers and sticking to a basic training method. However, the First Order troopers were much different, not only subjected to years of propaganda and brainwashing to ensure obedience to Snoke, but they endured rigorous training, promoting uniformity, conformity, and sparring and live-fire simulators so that every soldier would be a master of improvisation on the battlefield. At birth, they were taken from their families, ripped away from loving homes, never to know the real world, what it is to be a child or to have a real friend. The First Order was not interested in this, of course. They only sought to create a new clone army. A clone army without the clones. As children, they were given designation numbers instead of names, fed lies, tortured their minds, designing perfect super soldiers, and yet creating psychopaths and true sociopaths as a result. People void of feeling, of any kind of life. This abuse seems to be very well planned out, and I've often wondered if perhaps this is some kind of a reflection of General Hux, as we now know that he was actually physically and mentally abused as a child. Is he enacting the same methods on his troops because it works so well on him? Is psychological torture the answer? Yes, in fact, the First Order seems to promote it, and is very proud of it. The reason this is such a dangerous new threat to the galaxy is because the Stormtroopers of the past may have been numerous, but they weren't that skilled. The Stormtroopers of the First Order are still vast in numbers, but now they are perfect weapons, each and every one of them. And not just that, but emotionless psychotic murderers. The Force Awakens may have only given us just a taste of what these new Stormtroopers can do, and I'm sure we will see more ranks and classes as we move through this new trilogy. Snoke, the unknown regions, Palpatine's secrets, all of this may be scary or mysterious to Star Wars fans, but for me, the most troubling aspect would always be the terror of the First Order Stormtroopers, knowing that so many are out there, washing over planets like a wave, and if they get to you, there's no reasoning with them. They aren't like humans anymore. They are machines. Machines of the First Order. So, what do all of you think about the First Order Stormtroopers? Are these the most vicious and mindless monsters that we've ever seen? And how do you think that the story writers will continue to utilize these troopers as we move through the new trilogy? Leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the Great White Void. And as always, until next we meet, stay in a galaxy far, far away.